Okay, I don't know if you guys had seen this trending around, but this is a African American male. He was having his students take out his hair. Some of them weren't his students, some of them were. But honestly, I really don't see nothing wrong with this. But of course, on this app, you guys sexualize everything and make everything look wrong. But honestly, y'all, this was a Caucasian man that was not appealing and was not attractive. You guys wouldn't have said nothing. That video probably wouldn't even have went viral. Or if this was a Caucasian woman, y'all probably wouldn't say anything. But if this was an African American woman that was attractive, you guys probably would have said something wrong there too. I really want y'all to stop sexualizing everything because their parents had even spoke on this, and their parents had said that he is a good role model and the students actually look up to him and he's a great teacher. So honestly, if their parents don't have an issue with it and this was done after school and is not interfering with their education, honestly, I'd rather see them doing this than them chasing the boys outside of school. I'd rather see them doing stuff that they ain't got no business doing. I'd rather see them do this than them being fast and grown, okay? I really want y'all to stop idolizing things and making it sexual. There's nothing wrong with this. But of course, y'all opinion is y'all opinion. So y'all tell me what y'all think.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Now, this was something that I was considering reacting to like about a week or two ago, but I kind of put it on the shelf because, well, be honest with you, I didn't really think people would care too much. But it was up until I came across a clip recently of a woman that literally did the exact same thing just to see if women would respond the same way they did to the man getting his hair unbraided. And guess what happened? Check this out.
Now look at the comments. Thank you. Hopefully this blows up and helps that other teacher. Where y'all at now? Let's see if they match their energy. Yes, because I don't like how they came for the other teacher. Right. Hey, man, I just wanted to say this first. Big shout out to this creator because that's the way that a woman can use her platform to show that there's double standards that exist between men and women in our society. That's the perfect way to show it because the same type of energy that y'all had for that man that was getting his hair taken down by the young girls, y'all do not got that same energy for this woman, right? And she's showing y'all that y'all went too far on y'all responses on that man, but y'all not even lifting a finger to say anything bad about what she's doing. Because at the end of the day, you can say it's an inappropriate thing for a class setting, but some of y'all was trauma bonding and some of y'all was coming up with the worst gaslighting experiences that y'all can ever come up with to make it seem like that was sexually inappropriate. Like, okay, if you want to have a distinct line between a teacher and a student, cool. But let's not act like there was anything sexual about that man getting his hair taken down. Y'all made it that way because maybe when you was younger, your teacher might have said something inappropriate. You might have been doing certain shit that was getting your teacher's attention when you were younger, but that's not everyone's reality. And you can't live life like everyone's reality is yours because it's not. So big shout out to her. Big shout out to this creator because it really just shined the light that a lot of y'all live for the fact or the case to destroy men because y'all live by double standards that only benefit women. That's all I gotta say.
And they live in their victimhood and they weaponize it. And that's exactly what this is. Now, I think a lot of people are going to probably have the same take. Was that inappropriate to do in that setting? Absolutely. But as far as to try to take it as much as to say that he's grooming these women or he's some kind of predator or something like that, not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, like the young lady said, the parents approved of him doing that. That wasn't the first time that they've taken out his hair there. So apparently the parents didn't have an issue with it. But if people think that that was an inappropriate place to do that, I won't fight you on that. But to sit over here and say that, oh, like he's some kind of perv or something like that, that's just flat out crazy, man. Like this brother was boohoo crying because he got fired because he genuinely cares about those kids. And this is one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of male teachers in schools anymore. Besides the fact that teachers don't get paid enough, which I think we can all agree with that as well. But that's another topic for another day. Let's keep it moving.
Do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or father figure as some. So I'm sure everybody has seen this video at this point. He is a male teacher, and those are his female students, or some of them, that he is using the last 10 minutes of class to have them help him take down his hair. Why? He was shooting a commercial for the school that day, so he couldn't take down his hair the night before. And he has a hair appointment immediately following school. So there is no time to take down no hair without looking a mess at school. Some people feel like this is inappropriate. Some people feel like this could pass or cross a boundary. Okay, cool. I hear you. I understand everybody's concern is different. However, I want people to stop and think about the fact that there are young ladies out there that have never had the love of a man that was not attached with a sexual desire. If this male teacher is taking the time to build a rapport, to build a relationship, to show these young girls what love from a man looks like, because I genuinely care about you, as long as he is making sure that he stands firm in being appropriate, that's what these young women need. See, what a lot of y'all, some, not all, are overlooking is this is where daddy issues come from. When you never have a big brother or a daddy to tell you the real about a man, you'll be out here taking anything from a man when you should not be. And what I look at is the fact that even though some may feel like it is inappropriate because he is a teacher, I look at it like this may be their only interaction with a man that cares about them but does not want to have sex with them. I don't see a problem.
And once again, a valid point. And like I was just mentioning earlier, and I didn't even think about it in that aspect. On my first take on it, you gotta. I would imagine some of those girls probably don't even have a father figure in their life, and he said so himself. He said these girls look at me like a brother or a father figure. So you know, like come on, man. Because I'm like, bruh, I've seen plenty of girls take down their brothers or whoever relatives' hair. So I'm like, if that's how they look at them, then I can see it being that way. And she's 100% right. Especially when it comes to black women, they really don't know what it's like to receive that kind of love from a man that isn't tied to sex or intimacy. So she definitely has a valid point there. It's just unfortunate that a lot of people aren't going to see it that way, which is kind of sad when you think about it, because as much as people complain about men not stepping up and being fathers and not stepping up and being stepdads, when you got a situation like this where a man is genuinely caring about the kids that he's teaching, just because he happens to have this one situation, a very innocent situation, even though it was probably not done in the best setting. I'm not going to fight with you on that one. This is what it comes down to, him getting fired. Meanwhile, you got a woman who literally proved how much of a hypocrite y'all are by doing the exact same thing, and y'all didn't come for her the way y'all came for him. And she did that on purpose just to make y'all look stupid. I'm like, and now where they at? They wasn't nowhere in them comments, now were they? Right, let's keep it moving.
For all the internet aunties who decided to call a school board and create an online catastrophe for a male teacher who recently lost his job because of your efforts, I'm just wondering, when are y'all gonna keep that same energy for the female teacher that I saw doing the exact same thing? Because y'all didn't just say it was unprofessional. No. Y'all said he was grooming and that he's a predator because he let some female students take his hair out. But you don't have a problem with those same young girls doing the hair of a paying client. You don't have a problem with any of that. So I'm confused. Like are we keeping that energy where we gotta pretend to be back in 1970 when students weren't supposed to have like direct contact with their teachers? It was absurd. Like you had no way to do that because in 2024 on a syllabus on day one, sometimes even before that, when you find out who your teachers are, you can get their contact information. Because I also heard y'all was a little bit upset because his students had the ability to directly contact him. Yeah, most students do. My son is in elementary school, about to go to middle school. He has direct contact information for his teacher. So I'm confused. Are we keeping that same energy, or are we only using that hateful rhetoric towards a certain group?
You know, I find it funny how there's so many lives on the 63-year-old pastor that married the 18-year-old young lady. But I don't see any lives on Mary J. Blige, who apparently, allegedly, slept with Danny Boy when he was 15, 16 years old. This information came out in December of last year on Vlad TV. Apparently, this young man was 16 years old. Him and Mary J. Blige were being intimate, and she was flying him across state lines to New York to visit her and be with her. Also, I do not see a lot of lives when teachers, female teachers, are taking advantage of their young male students. I don't see a lot of lives on this at all, ever. If we're going to be adamant about calling out perpetrators who are men, we cannot have a double standard about calling out perpetrators who are female. We got to protect all young people across the board.
Yep. And when it comes to that, they got the same energy when it comes to all these little boys. The up spike that you seeing about all these female teachers over here and what they doing to these boys. I'm telling you, man. You would think as much as women get outraged about kids getting taken advantage of like that, I always find it a bit weird how women don't have that same outrage for a little boy versus a little girl. Have y'all noticed that? You would think as nurturing as women are and as much as they are better with kids and caring and all this bullshit, and I'm being a smartass when I say that, you would think that regardless of gender, they would have that same outrage. But for some reason, when it comes to little boys, they either don't and they say very little, or they get completely silent, ain't nowhere to be found in the comments. I wonder why that is. I think it's time for women who think like this to admit that you have some misandry that you need to heal from and unpack. Because regardless of gender, these are children who should never get taken advantage of by adults, regardless the gender. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.